My name's Tom Mellor. I'm a third generation farmer. I took over mid-80s and have developed the farm ever since. The idea for the brewery came about through necessity. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, when farming was going through one of its complete cyclical downturns, and I looked at the resources that we had on the farm, one of which was that we have our own water supply. So we have 2 boreholes, that's what now supplies the brewery. And then we also live in a part of the world which is ideally suited to malting barley. So I put 2 and 2 together, and in 2002 found a consultant who lived in York who handheld us through the project. We did some market research. Obviously that came back positive, and so it was May 2003 we brewed our first beers. And after a few years we then put our own bottling line in, which is now set up as a separate independent company. That will probably produce about 2.25 million bottles of beer a year, probably about 50% for the Wold Top Brewery and 50% for others. One of the things I would always say is that it was definitely started as a way of making money and developing the farm business, as opposed to being an extension of a hobby where you think it's quite a bucolic existence, brewing your own beer and then going to the pub and drinking it with your mates. And we do that, of course, but it's not the main reason we do it. No, it's definitely designed to underpin the farm. Most farmers, and we were no exception, are absolutely rubbish at marketing. I must confess it's a new world to us, and we started bit by bit and basically making it up as we went along. Having said all that, if the product's no good, your branding will sell the first bottle, but you won't sell anything else after that. It's the product that sells the second one. Businesses are always evolving. And if you start to stand still, then it's very easy to become overtaken if you're not on your game and moving forward. First of all, whiskey is seen as the premium drink, and there's a growing recognition now that it doesn't have to come from Scotland. The first part of the process is identical to brewing. We then again found a consultant, and he advises on the type of stills, bought them from Scotland. They're biggest stills on the UK mainland outside Scotland, and so we produce 400 litres of pure alcohol, and we do that 4 times a week. So for the last 3 years, we've been laying down spirit, we've been producing the wash at the brewery, we then put it through the stills, put it in oak barrels, and then we've got those in a warehouse and they're nicely aging. We will be then looking to launch Yorkshire's first malt whisky in September this year. Farming, like every other industry, I think is in for a massive change, and it's always evolving. You've got to be constantly open to being challenged and responding to that challenge in a positive way. I would suggest to anybody, if you've got a great idea, just roll with it. And if people take the mickey out of you in the pub, just ignore them. But you need to just keep one eye on the fact that actually you need to make sure that your business model is robust and that you know what you're doing and you know why you're doing it. I absolutely love the work here. I love working with a family team. We live in a fantastic part of the world. I can't think of anything better, really.